YouTube? It's your boy Lang, man. It's your boy. And I'm back here with another reaction slime. You already know, man. I'm back at it. You feel me? Y'all thought I was going over. You feel me? But anyway, we back again. You feel me? And we back with these forensic file reactions. You feel me? And y'all know with these forensic files, you feel me? Like, these are my favorite reactions to do besides like my music reactions, my story times, my funny reactions. Like I always tell y'all, like with these forensic files, like you hear the most like crazy stories, like it's real life stories, you feel me? You hear what these people be doing to these innocent people or the so-called people that they mess with, like it just be crazy. And with this one right here, y'all sent it to me, y'all was like, bro, Lang, these are one of them ones where you're gonna be like, just like, what? You feel me? And if y'all haven't seen like none of my forensic file reactions or like none of my like case video reactions, like bro, I got a whole playlist on the channel, you feel me, with all the forensic file reactions, you feel me, that I've done so far, you feel me? So if you haven't seen that, bro, go check that out, you feel me? And if you haven't checked my music reactions out, bro, like go check those out too, you feel me? And the funny reactions, like, and the story times, like go check all of the videos out, you like might as well, you feel me? Like go tap in with all of them, you feel me, if y'all haven't already. Like, feel me? Like a lot of y'all be sleeping on the other reactions, like bro, go tap in with them, like bro, they just as dope as this one, like I promise, like bro, feel me? But other than that, man, I appreciate all the love and support, you feel me? We gonna keep it going, you feel me? Because without y'all, like there would be no me, you feel me? For real. And I appreciate all the love and support, for real, like seriously. And I be seeing in the comments, like y'all be like, Lane, bro, like when we come to your channel, like it's like genuine, like you give like the real reactions, like you're not faking, like we know like you're not trying to just be, you feel me, something you not, like. And I appreciate that because bro, like especially in the industry, bro, like in the entertainment industry, like YouTube industry, whatever you want to call it, bro, like you got some, like I always say, like you got some YouTubers that's real, but you got a lot of goofy especially on YouTube. Like you got people that's trying to, like, I be seeing it, like they be trying to act like something they not, bro. You could just tell, bro, that's not you. You feel me? So I appreciate y'all when y'all tell me, like, bro, like you one of them real ones like that we mess with, because like we can tell like it's not a facade, like, you feel me? Like, cause y'all never see me come on camera and be like, yeah, I'm the toughest gangster, yeah, that's not me, bro. You feel me? Like I'm me, like. Feel me? That's the problem with a lot of these feel me, they not them. You feel me? And bro, if you're not you, bro, it's gonna get exposed eventually, bro. So bro, just be you. That's why I always tell y'all, bro, just be you. You feel me? Because if being you, bro, people gonna respect you for just being you than trying to be something you're not, bro. Feel me? So I appreciate that, and I appreciate y'all, because you feel me, like y'all are starting to tell the real from the fake, bro. And I'm glad, because bro, we got too much nonsense, you feel me? Like in the world today, like it needs to go back to the real, you feel me? Like, you feel me, straight up. But I appreciate that. But other than that, man, we about to get into this thing. So like I say in all my forensic file reactions, like with these videos right here, we about to be chilling for the next 20-25 minutes, you feel me? You already know how we get down over here, you feel me? We're gonna break it down, we're going to give our opinion, we're going to talk about it and see what happened. So make sure you get your favorite drink, snack, smoke, because we're about to chill, you feel me? Find out what happened. Let's get into this thing, slime. Let's go. Let's get it.
A young mother mysteriously died just hours after dining in an upscale restaurant. The search for clues revealed secrets hidden in an attic, an upscale gentleman's club, and underneath the young woman's skin. Shortly after midnight, police in a wealthy Philadelphia suburb received a frantic 911 call.
I have a much, my wife found that there in the...
I never been to Philly, bro. Shout out Philly. You feel me?
34-year-old Craig Rabinowitz said he had just found his wife Stephanie in the bathtub.
Something happened to her. Get up. She fell, and she's not breathing. She's blue.
When police arrived, they found Rabinowitz in the bathroom, holding his wife's head above the water. They performed CPR and rushed her to the hospital. Unfortunately, there was nothing doctors could do. When Craig learned of his wife's death, he collapsed in grief. Doctors had no explanation.
I asked the doctor, help me out here. What do you think happened? And he said he really didn't know. He told me sometimes people die for unexplained reasons. Could have been an aneurysm, a heart attack, whatever. But on first glance, there wasn't any sign of trauma.
Rabinowitz told police that he and his wife Stephanie had dinner at a Thai restaurant, came home, had a drink, then Stephanie took a bath while Craig said he watched television.
And while he was watching the hockey game, he heard a thump, which he attributed to the shampoo bottle falling on the floor in the bathroom. He didn't think much of it. He watched the hockey game for approximately 20, 30 minutes and realized, hey, his wife hasn't come back to the bedroom from the bath. So he went into the bathroom and found her unconscious in the bathtub.
Detective Charles Craig had investigated many unusual deaths before, and a spouse with something to hide would usually act suspiciously, but not Craig Rabinowitz.
Generally, when we interview people, witnesses, victims, suspects, we look to see if they have eye contact with us, see if they're shaking or if they're very nervous or if they're perspiring. And he didn't exhibit any of those signs.
And police found nothing suspicious or out of place in the couple's home after Stephanie's death.
TV was on, the shampoo bottle was in the bathroom, there was water in the bathtub. We checked all the doors and windows and found that the house was secure. Went through the master bedroom, didn't appear to have any signs of a struggle. We didn't find blood or anything of that nature.
Craig and Stephanie were a classic love story. They'd been together since they first met in summer camp as teenagers.
The Rabinowitzes were the perfect couple. In love, with good jobs. They had a beautiful young daughter, a year old. He had a business of his own, selling latex gloves and supplies. They'd been married since 1990. She was a lawyer, Bryn Mawr and Temple University educated.
Craig was proud of his wife and worked hard to put her through law school.
Stephanie spoke about her marriage in very idyllic terms. I mean, she thought she had a wonderful relationship, almost a perfect relationship, and she was extremely happy.
Between her law practice and his business, they were very affluent and lived in the exclusive mainline section of Philadelphia. But even wealth and privilege can't prevent unfortunate incidents like the one that befell Stephanie Rabinowitz.
I came to the office Wednesday morning. I walked in and everyone was crying, and I was shocked to hear that Stephanie had died Tuesday night. I heard that she had an accident, that she drowned in a bathtub. That's all we were told.
But why had Stephanie drowned? Was it caused by something she ate, medication, or she depressed? Forensic investigators needed to find out more. The cause of Stephanie Rabinowitz's death was a mystery.
Stephanie Rabinowitz may have slipped, hit her head in the tub, subsequently drowned. It was a real tragedy. A mother of a 1-year-old child, devoted husband, happy family life.
I mean, I was at a loss as to how she could have died. I didn't see any type of trauma, any cuts, any abrasions, any of that type of thing.
Stephanie came from a religious Jewish family. In accordance with her religion, Stephanie's parents and her husband Craig wanted to bury her before the next sundown.
It was a push to have Stephanie Rabinowitz buried quickly under Jewish custom.
Y'all know me, I'm not religious, like, at all, you feel me? But I believe in God. Don't get that twisted, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's right here on the wrist. Like, hold on. Y'all think I'm capping? It's right here. You feel me? So I did, But like me, I'm not religious, but like I do believe in God, and I respect everybody's religion. You feel me? So don't get this twisted. What I'm about to say, but like in Jewish culture, they do that. Like, why do they want you? Why do they want like you to get buried like so quick? Like, for my people that's Jewish, that why y'all let me know in the comments. Like, I really want to know like why, cause I never really heard that from like, you feel me? 'Cause I grew up in a Christian Catholic, like, you know what I mean. So So it was different. You feel me? But like I said, I respect everybody's religion. You feel me? I'm not religious. I don't walk no religion line, but I believe in God. That's just me. You feel me? But y'all let me know in the comments. You feel me? Why do the Jewish like religion do that? Like, why they try to bury y'all so quick? You feel me? Let me know.
I didn't see any type of trauma, any cuts, any abrasions, any of that type of thing.
Stephanie came from a religious Jewish family. In accordance with her religion, Stephanie's parents and her husband Craig wanted to bury her before the next sundown.
There was a push to have Stephanie Rabinowitz buried quickly under Jewish custom.
But the coroner overruled the family's wishes, saying he wanted to perform a complete autopsy. His action was prompted in part by something Craig Rabinowitz told police. He said Stephanie was having trouble adjusting to the demands of caring for their new baby and her work as a lawyer, and she occasionally took a prescription sleep medication. In the meantime, a tipster called police suggesting they investigate Craig's involvement in a gentleman's club named Delilah's Den.
Delilah's Den is the upscale strip club in Philadelphia.
Oh, so it'll be cracking in there? You feel me? For my people that watch me in Philly, y'all let me know, like, does it be cracking? I never been to Philly, you feel me? I'm gonna go to Philly one day though, but feel me, y'all let me know. It be cracking in there? Cause they make it like bro just made it seem like it be jumping in there, you feel me?
It's a place where it's not uncommon to see a lot of professional athletes or entertainers or people who visit Philadelphia from out of town, business people, and just a groups of guys out to have a beer for a bachelor party to show up at Delilah's Den.
When detectives visited the club, they discovered Craig was a regular customer and that his interest was primarily in only one dancer named Summer. Employees said this wasn't unusual.
Well, Summer didn't come dance at clubs to make friends. Like, she was definitely there to make money, and she was sort of known as something of a shark. Like, she was always a big money maker. She always went after the, customers that appeared to have the most money. Can either be entertaining on stage and make it real clear to the customers that we're going to have a good time while you're here, but the fun ends at the door. Or you can sort of draw the customers into this, longer, drawn-out fantasy and develop regular customers.
When interviewed, Summer admitted that Craig was a good customer, but strictly that, a customer, and not even her best one.
They would each have 2 or 3 good customers who would spend a lot of money on them, even buying them furnishings for their house or paying repair bills or doing dental work, that type of thing.
She said there was no sexual relationship between the two of them, that they weren't dating or anything of that nature. We were always suspicious of that, of course.
I know dancers who've gotten cars from their customers, other elaborate gifts of jewelry, and, apartments, etc.
Delilah's customers who want something a little cozier can get private dances in the champagne room. They use Delilah's dollars, house money bought with credit cards. Club records indicated Craig was spending as much as $3,000 a week at Delilah's. A lot of money.
That meant 3 bands a week. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? Me, I'm from Texas. You feel me? Y'all know this. So, when it comes to listen, I've done. I ain't never spent no 3 racks in no week though. Not every week, but I remember. Listen, if y'all want to know it, there's a story time on my channel. You feel me? Saying that the first time I went to a strip feel me? Go tap in with that story. Then I'ma do that. Listen, just know that it's crazy, but you feel me? I spent a good, it was over. I'll just tell y'all that it was over 3 racks for sure. But it was a good time. I ain't gonna lie. But y'all, if y'all want to know my experience, bro, go. You feel me? But that's crazy. You feel me? This dude was spending 3 racks a month. 3 racks a week, bruh. You was for real. Shout out to T-Pain, like how he said, I'm in love with her. You know, he was for real. You had to be. You don't spend 3 racks a week, bro. Like, you had to be. And you scandalous, too, because you was cheating on your...
Perhaps, but certainly not illegal.
In fact,
Yeah,
Craig's
that's not
visits to Delilah's were not unknown to Stephanie Rabinowitz. I think he had really told her that he did business there, and that is not an uncommon thing to see in any city with people who are...
Bro, you was doing more than business, bro. Yeah, she knew you was there, but bro, you was doing more than business, bro. She didn't know what extra business you was doing. Feel me?
doing business, especially something like sales.
Whether Craig's interest in Delilah's was professional or personal, it certainly didn't explain Stephanie's death. That would have to come from the forensic accountants.
Jesus.
In the 12 months before his wife's death, Craig Rabinowitz spent almost $100,000 in Delilah's Den, an upscale gentleman's club.
Bro, I thought it was, bro, 100K. Golly, bro, you was running it up. You was running it up. Jesus. He was running it
In
up.
Philadelphia. Investigators searched the Rabinowitz's home for financial records, interested to know how Rabinowitz could afford this kind of spending.
He was a latex glove salesman, but nobody could really find a lot of latex gloves.
But detectives did find a hidden crawl space in the bedroom closet.
So basically I just lifted up the board covering the crawl space, looked around, didn't see anything, but felt around the top of the crawl space and found this bag. And it turned out to be a shopping bag filled with a lot of paperwork.
The paperwork included credit card receipts for Delilah's Den, hotel receipts, and gifts he had purchased for his favorite stripper. There was also pornography.
Basically, Craig Rabinowitz's double life was squirreled away in the crawl space of the top of his home.
The bag contained pawn shop tickets proving Craig pawned Stephanie's heirloom jewelry just after she died. The bag also contained an accounting ledger, possibly for Craig's surgical glove business, but investigators weren't sure.
They brought in a forensic accountant, which I had never been involved with before. And he very thoroughly and systematically went through every bill that Rabinowitz had.
Rick Zayas is an expert at finding the real cost or value in accounting records that have been written in a way to hide their true meaning.
He was describing importing containers of these latex gloves from overseas, that the cost of a container would be $20,000 or $22,000 per container, that he was then going to be able to sell those containers for twice that amount. That was the pitch. Sounds too good to be true.
It was too good to be true. Zayas discovered that Craig's latex glove distribution company had never bought or sold a single glove.
Wow.
The only money coming into the company was funds from investors, Craig's family and friends whom he was scamming with a Ponzi or pyramid scheme.
So the money from investor 2 was now going back to pay investor 1 and just keeping that cycle running.
And Zayas learned that Craig paid no office or warehouse rent anywhere in Philadelphia. The closest thing Craig had to an office was his seat at Delilah's strip club.
When his family, when his wife, when his friends, when his in-laws thought he was out making sales calls for his latex glove business, at least 1, 2, 3 days a week, Craig Rabinowitz was in a dark, air-conditioned strip club in a back room, getting couch dances and lap dances by a 24-year-old stripper.
Zayas estimated Craig was in debt to the tune of $800,000. He owed most of it to his shareholders who had invested in his non-existent business and who wanted their money back at some point with a profit. Apparently, not even Stephanie knew what was going on.
Of all the people that Craig conned, quite clearly, he conned Stephanie the most.
And the forensic accounting identified a possible motive for murder. On the inside of the handwritten ledger were amounts that corresponded to the life insurance policies on Stephanie, including $1.5 million worth which Craig had just purchased. The outside of the ledger listed the amount owed to each of Craig's investors. He made small token payments to pacify them, and through a series of financial calculations, Zayas was able to tell when they were made.
They were only accurate for a limited period of time during the middle part of April of 1997, leading to an inference that the document was prepared about 2 weeks before Stephanie Rabinowitz was murdered.
Craig Rabinowitz, it was very apparent to the investigators at that time, had literally done an accounting of the value of killing his wife.
The insurance payout not only would have eliminated Craig's debt, but also allowed him to continue his extravagant relationship with...
Bro, so you telling me you did all, bro, so you telling me you did all this, bro, to be with the stripper? You killed your wife to be with a stripper. You murdered your to be with the stripper. Bro, what is... See, this is the type of... This is why I tell y'all, bro, to watch who you... Bro, why? This is why I say after every reaction, watch who you... I don't be... Because it's just like, bro, like, yeah, bro, it's cool. Like, bro, it's cool when you're single to be doing this. Like, you know what I mean? You can do that because you're single. You ain't got no... Feel me? But, like, bro, when you're married, bro, I feel like you got to walk that line. Like, you can't be... You know what I mean? And then you out here, then you scamming, and then you playing with other people's money, and then it's like, bro, and you're doing all this for a bro, if you wanted to do, why not just why not? You could have just been 100, you feel me? Nah, scratch 100. You could have been 1,000 with it, you feel me? And been like, you know, yeah, I don't want to be with you because I'm trying to be with the, you know what I mean? Keep it G, you feel me? Like, you didn't have to do none of this, bro. You did all this scamming, this conniving, this scandalous stuff to just be with, at the end of the day, be with a stripper. And then it's what the coldest thing is, bro. The stripper don't even, bro, after she's done with you, bro, whatever, she just trying to get whatever she can get out of you, and then she gonna move on. That's what strippers do, bro. Not all of them, but some of them. You feel me? And it seems like the one you was messing with was on that wave. She was just gonna... And then, come on, man. Like, you did all this to be with a... Like, you murdered your wife to be with a stripper. Like, that doesn't even... That's crazy. That's crazy.
Summer and still not have to work for a living. All of this showed motive. But if the medical examiner didn't rule Stephanie's death a homicide, it was salacious, but little else. After Stephanie Rabinowitz's death, her family wanted a quick burial in accordance with their religious customs. But it was Dr. Ian Hood who overruled that request in order to perform a full autopsy. And almost immediately, that decision paid big dividends. The first clue was the food found in Stephanie's stomach.
We know she had very recently ingested a meal. In this case, shrimp and bean sprouts were quite clearly seen with very little digestion having occurred in the stomach contents. So she obviously died probably within an hour or two of ingesting that meal.
That meant Stephanie died around 10:30 p.m., but Craig didn't call 911 until after midnight. Dr. Hood also discovered small bruises on Stephanie's right elbow and knee, and he saw tiny red marks on her forehead and around her eyes. These petechial hemorrhages form when tiny blood vessels burst because the blood flow is constricted. Dr. Hood then examined and dissected the neck muscles.
She had some much more subtle bruises and abrasions, very hard to see on her neck, where there'd been clearly, as I found out from looking at beneath the skin, hard gripping of the upper neck.
Toxicology tests showed Stephanie had taken a higher than normal dose of a prescription sleep medication. A check of local pharmacies revealed the drug had been prescribed for Craig, not Stephanie. Dr. Hood concluded that Stephanie had been drugged and then strangled to death. Stephanie was finally laid to rest in her family plot. Immediately after the burial, police brought Craig Rabinowitz in for questioning.
And then you had the audacity to go to her, bro. Wow, bro. The type of people that are in this world, bro. Like, you got people out here that will do all this, like, that will, like, kill you, all this, you feel me, and then have the audacity to come to your funeral after knowing what they just did to you. Because they trying to be, and then the coldest part about it, your family wouldn't even know, you feel me? Because they think, you know. But literally the person that just did this to their daughter, to their loved one, you feel me, is, you feel me? And he did all this to be with a stripper. Make it make sense, bro. Feel me? Like, this don't, bro. I hope they have a playing field with you in the pen, bro. Feel me? Really, you deserve the death penalty for what you pulled. Feel me? But I know they're going to probably give you life. So I hope they have a playing field with you, bro. You did all this to be with a stripper, bro. And guess what now? Guess what? As soon as the stripper probably heard about this, she was on to the next. You did all this for that, bro. Come on, man.
During the interview, Craig told the same story as he did on the night of Stephanie's death, that he had been watching a hockey game on TV when Stephanie went in to take a bath and no one else had been in the house. That's when police revealed the evidence that proved Stephanie was dead for 2 hours before he called 911. And that the autopsy proved she had been strangled. Prosecutors concluded that the motive was money.
He had dug himself into this deep hole financially. Now, part of it is lavishing money on the stripper, but that he needed to have that cash so that he could get out of debt, because clearly he could have divorced his wife and run off with the stripper if she'd had him. But I don't think that she'd have had him.
That's exactly what I just said, bro. Exactly what I just said.
If he found out that he was broke.
Craig had stretched his business scam as far as it could go. His investors wanted their money back and were putting pressure on him.
We had evidence in the case that indicated that they were expecting to get their money at the end of April. Well, the murder was in the last week in April.
And despite Craig's denials, his credit card receipts told investigators that he was visiting local hotels, possibly with Summer.
On some of those receipts, there was room service for 2 people. So we assumed that he was going there with her.
Prosecutors believe Craig set his plan in motion after they returned home from dinner in the Thai restaurant. Before going to bed, Craig spiked Stephanie's drink with his prescription sleep medication, more than enough to knock her out. Stunned, Craig waited 2 hours to call 911.
The gamble that Craig Rabinowitz engaged in was that we would not conduct an autopsy.
I think the autopsy decision was a very critical decision. I think because when it first came across, the outward appearances of it was that a horrible accident had taken place. There were sensitivities, I think, in trying to be sensitive to the family's wishes to bury Steffi under Jewish custom and to bury her within a day of her death.
But the autopsy found the petechial hemorrhages, the neck bruising, and the 2-hour delay between her death and the 911 call. The forensic accounting uncovered the motive. When he was charged with first-degree murder, Craig Rabinowitz pleaded not guilty. But on his first day in court, he had a change of heart. He said his wife appeared to him in a dream and convinced him to end the trial and confess to what he had done.
I think that's complete nonsense. I think he pled guilty for selfish reasons. He knew that we would spend several weeks just completely annihilating his character in front of the whole world, including his mother and friends and whatnot.
Craig Rabinowitz, if this proved anything, was a selfish, self-absorbed, weak person. And I think the prosecutor saw his plea not just as a heartfelt act of contrition to help the families, but as a self-serving, cowardly act that allowed him to avoid truly confronting and articulating in public the detail and the exact nature of what he had done.
Craig Rabinowitz was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
I had no doubt that this would work out. Craig would be convicted. What this was doing to Stephanie's family had a much more immediate impact on me. And I think they really needed closure. They needed a full understanding of what had occurred. And to me, that's what the forensic evidence did.
I'm gonna end it right there, Slime, man. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about this, bro. To me, it's just wild that he did all this to be with a stripper. Like, you could have just been 100 and just divorced her and then just kept it. Like, whatever you wanted to do, you could just did that. You feel me? Like, you didn't have to, feel me? But y'all let me know, you feel me? It's just sad, man. It's sad, bro. You feel me? But y'all let me know, like, y'all opinion in the comments, you feel me? And, y'all, like I said, man, y'all make sure to check out my other reactions, like the music reaction, story times. I got more of the Forensic Files, you feel me, on the channel. If you haven't checked those out, go check out those, you feel me? And that's it, you feel me? I love y'all. Y'all stay safe, and I'm gonna get at y'all in the next one already.